I've worked with people who know exactly what they want to say. They are prepared, sharp, thoughtful, but when it's time to speak, what happens? They freeze. I've also been that person, I still am sometimes, but this isn't about having enough knowledge. It's something else, it's something much deeper, something most people don't realize until it's too late, until you are in that situation where your mind actually goes blank and you don't know what to say. So in this video, I'm going to break down what's really happening when you blank and why you walk away from that conversation thinking, why didn't I say that? We will walk through what happens emotionally and neurologically when you freeze. We will walk through a real life example that shows how common this actually is and the mindset shift that reveals the real issue. And I don't think it is what you think it is. Imagine being able to express yourself in the moment calmly and clearly, even in high pressure conversations. So no more scrambling for words, no more kicking yourself after, just clear, calm, present in the actual moment. But right now, that's not happening. You walk into meetings or conversations knowing your stuff and still get stuck. You leave feeling small, embarrassed, and frustrated, feeling judged and dismissed from the situation. And that's the real cost. Not just missed opportunities, but the slow erosion of your own confidence. If this feels familiar, hit subscribe and check out the link in the description. So what's actually happening when you freeze? Well, freezing isn't failure. It's a stress response to the situation you're in, something that you are afraid of or not just familiar with. Your brain perceives the moment as high stakes, whether it's a Zoom meeting, an interview, or just a dinner table conversation. Your nervous system kicks into survival mode. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that helps with language and logic, goes dim, and your amygdala, the part that handles fear, just lights up. You go blank, not because you're dumb, but because your brain is protecting you from the situation. I once had a meeting with a woman who was brilliant. She could explain her ideas perfectly over email, but in meetings she'd freeze, even with slides in front of her. She thought it was because she wasn't prepared enough, she didn't know enough, but after digging deeper, we found the issue wasn't knowledge. It was fear of being judged. And that fear was hijacking her delivery in the moment. Most people assume that freezing means they just need to learn more or rehearse better, prepare more, but that's not it. Freezing usually comes from how you interpret the actual moment itself, the belief that every word has to be perfect or else. You could be the most thoughtful person in the room, but if you if your body thinks the conversation is a test and not a dialogue, your system will lock up and your mind will freeze. And the problem isn't a lack of preparation. It is the pressure that to perform overrides your ability to actually connect and be present in the moment. So how can you start changing this? Well, we have to dig into the mindset first, and next time you feel yourself freeze, pause and take a mental note. So I really want you to take a mental note of this. So what did it feel right before you blanked? What was your emotion? Were you scared? Were you nervous? Did your hands start to shake? Did the sweat start pouring down your face? What really happened? And then ask yourself, what was I afraid of happening if I spoke up? Were you being afraid of judgment? This awareness is key. It helps you break down the pattern because once you understand, it's not about lacking skill, it's more about how you relate to the pressure. You can actually start rewriting the moment and become more comfortable in the situation. You will stop seeing conversation as a test and start seeing them as practice grounds where you can actually improve on your communication skills. So no one expects perfection. Most people just want presence. They just want to hear your opinion, your idea. You don't have to do it perfectly, but these conversations turn into a test for you where you feel like you have to perform in order for people to listen to you. So that is what you have to rewire into seeing them as practice grounds where you can actually improve. If you've been freezing even when you know what to say, know this, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system is trying to protect you in the wrong way. It doesn't know how to protect you because it's not familiar with the situation. So you don't need more facts, you don't need to learn anymore, you don't need to prepare anymore, you just need to practice the actual moment and become comfortable with it. You need space and strategy to speak with presence and not pressure. And that's what we will dig into in the coming videos, where we will go into the solution side, how to start building the calm, confident presence in real time so that you can actually communicate better. If social situations make you second guess yourself and you're tired of overthinking what to say, let's fix that. Book a free call with me and I'll help you identify what's holding you back, build real calm confidence, and map out your personal communication game plan via the link down below. Spots are limited. There's a bonus right now, so grab yours now. I definitely believe that your voice deserves to be heard and not just placed in the back of the head. And if this video helped, hit subscribe for more real world communication strategies that actually make a difference. Let's make confidence your default situation and see you in the next video. Bye bye.